All right.
Here we are.
Here it is.
Maybe somebody pulled the trigger on that one.
Yeah. Didn't really know what to say. It's episode 49.
There we go. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Episode 49.
Welcome
Oh, fuck this movie.
to listening to us bitch and talk about movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of bitching.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fun. It's in good spirit.
Everybody loves a good bitching now and then.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, just look at the internet.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. That's all people do.
That is true. That voice was brought to you by John Brown.
Yeah, I like that.
He's too old to be cool.
Yeah, very uncool.
And then the other guy.
I actually scared a young person today. Apparently.
With your uncoolness.
Yeah. Some kids came in for tattoo quotes and they were all under 18. They'd been to like one of the shops on the other side of town and I just kind of had to, just fucking laid it out tattoo-wise. This old crotchety tattoo guy, and they left and Gene was coming in and Gene was like, those girls and chicks, they was like, God, that guy was scary. I'm like, I'm sorry, fucking fragile little kids.
You just go, ooh, as they're walking out.
Maybe you should work on your.
Yeah, I mean, I try.
Work on your salesmanship there.
I feel like the tie and suit ensemble would take away from the intimidating tattoo guy thing.
That probably just adds to it.
Adds to it, apparently, yeah.
He's a professional and an anarchist.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got your supervillain tattoo.
Hey, it's coming. Okay, it's coming.
Oh, really? I thought you were kind of off of it.
No. I'm just. No, I'm absolutely not.
I thought the wife was not a fan.
The wife did not like it. No, that doesn't mean it's not coming. Surprise you with it.
You don't own me.
When my spouse was getting their septum pierced, I was like, I don't really want you to, but it's your body. Do whatever you want. And they told their mom that. And their mom was like, your husband didn't want you to get a piercing and you got it anyway? Is he mad at you? And I'm like, okay, calm down.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
So that other voice was brought to you by Reese Anweiler. He's
That's me.
The man who watched everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And there's me.
DJ Holler.
DJ Holler.
There's only me.
All right. So.
What have you guys been watching?
I guess I'll kick it off. I haven't watched too much. We were just discussing that.
Yeah, I've watched more series than movies lately. It's like easier to squeeze in an episode here or there.
Yep.
My busy schedule.
I tried to watch a movie popped up on Netflix, came out this year. I saw the director. He's done movies that I liked. I'm pretty sure it's the director. If I'm correct, it's the director of The Raid Redemption, which is a badass martial arts movie.
This is a new Tom Hardy movie?
Yeah.
I've been curious because I love those Raid movies.
No, I love the Raid movies. I'm a big fan of Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
The Oliphant's in it. Like, this is
a good
shown
cast.
to be a good movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't make it 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Like, just nothing felt good at all. Like, everything felt forced. Like, it was just too much. Like, people didn't fit. I don't know exactly what it was, but, like, we just said no.
The movie is called Havoc. I don't know if you said that.
Yep, Havoc. And, it was very disappointing because I was actually, like, I was kind of stoked, but it was just very fucking generic. It was, like, the most generic action movie I could have imagined. I didn't imagine it would be. It was the exact opposite. I thought it was going to be a pretty interesting action flick.
Hopefully I'm not made to watch that in the future. The
Yeah.
wife is a huge fan of Tom Hardy for reasons that I cannot really relate to.
I used to really like him. I mean, he's a great actor, but as soon as he, basically ever since Venom, he's made,
I've never
worse
watched
and worse choices.
Yeah. No, for sure. And it's a bummer because I really enjoyed him as Mad Max.
Yeah.
And I've liked him
I'll
in
tell
a lot of
you,
series.
the best Tom Hardy, in my opinion, is actually what's the fucking Peaky Blinders. He's in I don't think he shows up until season 3 or something like that. But then he's just kind of here and there, and his character is fucking killer in that.
I really liked his performance in Taboo. I didn't finish that series, but that was pretty solid.
That was one that she drugged me into, and it's really good. Very dry,
super dry.
Yeah, it's
super dry.
Yeah, that one will put you to sleep for sure. But that doesn't mean it's not good. You know,
Yeah, it's just you got to be ready for it for sure. But yeah, so that movie was.
It's one that's completely in English, but you might want to watch it with subtitles.
It's that English.
There is a lot of that. Yeah,
it's that English.
It's a lot of. What did he just say? We need to rewind that.
Do you ever see the SNL skit? That's like a parody commercial for like a Guy Ritchie movie or something. The movie's called "Don't Go Around the Reroll."
Oh shit!
I love watching Snatch with the pikey subtitles.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have either of you seen Bronson?
I never got around to
really
watching
fucking
it.
good
I
at
wanted to
Bronson.
watch that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll never forget. I had a social media thing. This was probably like fucking 15 years ago, where somebody said that one of my Facebook friends from Texas was like, I've always said that Snatch was my favorite movie, but now I think it's Bronson. And I hadn't seen Bronson yet at the time, and so it got me really excited for Bronson. And because I've seen Snatch like a million times. And I watched Bronson the one time, and it's no Snatch. I'm sorry.
Ain't no
sorry,
Snatch.
lady.
Ain't no
Didn't quite like it was fine. It was fine.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's not a super original movie, I don't think.
It's based on like a
true story.
prisoner or whatever.
Yeah. It kind of just revolves around his
gangster.
performance. So I guess
Yeah.
if you're not a Tom Hardy fan, you probably wouldn't enjoy it.
I do like Tom Hardy. It's just like
when he makes good choices.
If you've seen like Hurricane, like I saw Denzel Washington do the same performance in Hurricane.
Yeah.
Before Bronson.
Yeah.
Even though they're like about different characters and they're both true stories, it's still kind of the same performance and the same character, you
Right.
know.
All right. So
Wait, I was just gonna say, do you know that's
go
that's directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, the guy who directed Drive. Bronson is.
Ooh, I'm a huge fan of Drive.
that movie was good
Drive's
for sure.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Very good.
there's like 5 lines of dialogue in that movie.
Stacked
Refreshing.
cast too.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Very much
There's a
so.
great stomping in an elevator. That I'll
Yeah,
never
that was
forget.
the first most violent scene I'd ever seen in theaters.
Yeah.
Because that was 2011, 14 years
I think I
ago.
watched that with John, actually.
Yeah.
My second view was with John, and I remember he grabbed the hammer, and John's like, fuck yeah, hammer. A hammer does work.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the
Yeah.
best combination of tool and murder things.
Yeah.
Like, it does both. It really.
You're not gonna really get back up after getting hit by a hammer.
That's one thing that
once.
always pisses me off, and it's one of my biggest gripes in film is when somebody takes a hammer, a baseball bat, things like that,
Yeah.
and gets somebody square in the fucking head, and somebody just like whoop pops back up. Like, no,
Yeah.
like you get fucking clocked with a baseball
Especially with the
bat.
sound effects where you hear the
Yeah.
like thud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
like, that dude's dead.
Yeah, no, those things you're not just gonna get back up from. I mean, like 1% of people maybe could even survive that. So, no, yeah, it harkens back to my favorite fucking fight scene in any film anywhere, which is fucking Old Boy.
Yeah,
The hallway scene.
the hallway
man.
scene.
God damn, so good. All right, so that movie sucked balls. Don't recommend watching it. It's
Or at
very
least the first
disappointing.
10 minutes did.
Yeah, I mean, it maybe it picked up, but it was pretty fucking cringy that entire
Yeah.
10 minutes. I mean, it was just not good. Other than that, I watched some series. I finished the newest season of Black Mirror.
Oh, yeah.
The last episode is freshest in my memory, and it was a continuation, I think, from the last season. It was like
The Star Trek one.
yeah, the Star Trek one.
That's the
Really
only
good.
episode of the season I haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And the
I'm still,
chick
like,
that was
a
in
million
Penguin
seasons
is
behind.
the main character there, and she does great, especially after seeing her in such like a
yeah.
different role.
Got eyes the size of saucers.
Yeah, no, for sure. Big eyes.
Big eyes.
Yeah.
Who is this?
What's her
The-
name? She
and
was in
the
Penguin.
villain in Penguin, yeah.
Super hot.
I guess it's been too long since I've seen
Yeah.
Here, let me find her name. Real
But yeah,
quick.
that
it.
was
Here,
that
Big
was
Eyes, I think the Wednesday chick.
right. Or the other chick that was in The Menu and
Yeah,
Gambit,
Anya
she also
Taylor,
has-
Joy.
There's a lot of big eyes running around right now.
Yeah, I think it's in fashion. I
Big
mean, maybe it's
eyes all
always
over
in
Hollywood.
fashion. Who doesn't like a big
I
pair of
always,
blinkers?
Like, I remember some of those actresses like getting fucking like oh, we feel so bad for all the verbal abuse and people poking fun of the size of our eyes, and like, I mean, you're still gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad about myself. People make me feel so subconscious.
Oh,
like,
people made fun of my giant dick.
yeah, it's just like, what are you talking
Amanda
about?
Seyfried also has huge eyes.
Yes, yeah. It's Christine
yeah.
Milotti.
Yeah.
There we go.
Kristen
Yeah.
Milotti.
Yeah, it was a super satisfying episode.
Oh, she was in Palm Springs also.
Yeah, which is the Groundhog Day movie that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, nice. I have to watch that because I do really like her a lot. She's very good.
Yeah.
I might pick it. I actually just thought of a double feature in my head that features Palm Springs and another Groundhog Day movie.
Yeah. Non-Groundhog Day plot movie, or like it has the same
No.
concept of.
Not really the same plot at all.
Okay.
Just like, like I think it'd be a good pairing.
Yeah,
some
like
layers of overlap.
it'd be because that's kind of a comedy, and then you pair it with like a nice like drama, and like they're both kind of lighthearted. And,
Yeah.
In different ways. Yeah.
I think sometimes you can get a little too in the way with the themes. 'Cause
Yeah.
I used to go to the like drive-in a lot, and a lot of times it'd be like. You go like I saw like fucking Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore with Clear and Present Danger, like come on.
Yeah. Sometimes the mood change is just the fun. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter if there's a good connection or not.
All right. So, yeah, like definitely liked the new season quite a bit. I really liked the finish to the season with that episode. It's just a really interesting premise, and it was executed really well. And like everything in Black Mirror, just feels so close to now.
Yeah.
Like everything's so real and relevant. That's
Yeah,
what I love about that show.
The healthcare episode was so fucking hard to watch.
Yeah, no, dude, that was because it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that first episode.
And Paul Giamatti's episode,
Yeah.
Eulogy. Probably my
Yeah.
favorite. I haven't seen the Star Trek episode yet, but
No,
Eulogy is probably my favorite episode
I
of the season.
kind of forgot about that until you mentioned. That is a wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful episode. Great performance from him.
Such a unique take on like a relationship dissection
Yeah,
you don't get to
yeah,
see very
for
often.
Sure, yeah, and just
It's like, oh wait, I'm the asshole.
yeah. All right, so watch that. Did continue watching the anime Frieren about the elf and the adventuring. The old adventuring party died, new adventuring party born from the proteges of the old adventuring party. Still haven't
that's
finished it yet. Got
Is
another.
it more of a comedy or just straight drama?
No, it's there's plenty of comedy. It's
Yeah,
anime at the end of the
yeah.
day, so there's still plenty of comedic elements. But that's just super fucking heartfelt, man, and has exactly enough action to keep you engaged all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
The characters are pretty lovable, and there's not too much of the Japanese, like the wacky side of Japanese humor. There's a
Yeah.
little bit, of course, because there always is. I mean, Japanese are they're wacky. Love them to death. Love the Japanese. Love everything, all the Japanese media I've seen. But there's a level of they get over the top a lot. But Frieren is very like down to earth, heartfelt. Just really all the characters really kill it for what's happening. Because she basically just takes the proteges of her old party members under her wing, and you get to watch them develop, and you get to piece together. Because you get at the beginning of the show, you get a very brief synopsis of what happened, and so you get more of the history of the world as it progresses, but, changed from when the adventuring party first saved the world. It's really well put together anime. I highly recommend it. I actually don't know how long I have to go, because sometimes they just run for fucking ever. They're super long, so I'm probably like, 12. No, I think I'm like 14, 15 episodes in, and I don't know if I think it's going to end in the next couple episodes by any means, so it could be a 20-episode thing.
It's really hard to tell with some of those anime. Sometimes, some of them are just new and there's only like 2 seasons out, but other times it's like, this is going to go for 50 seasons.
There was only one
10 episodes
episode
long.
that did a
Kudos
thing.
to you for not looking ahead to see how many.
Yeah, no, I don't give a shit. I don't want to.
I know when the creator of The Walking Dead ended the comic series, like it was a complete surprise.
Yeah.
It's like, surprise, here's the last issue, and they had actually leaked future covers of issues that they never planned on creating.
That's crazy.
and like he always did a like a letter to the like readers at the back of the book, and like his whole thing was like I knew that this was like the ending was really important, and I always know like I always hate that feeling when I go to a movie theater and I know that the runtime is 2 hours and 17 minutes or whatever, and it's like I get this feeling. It's like, well, I know I've been in the theater for about 2 hours, so I know the ending is coming.
Yeah,
and like it's just such a like it's such a letdown, and like so that was his whole like ode to that whole theory, and it was really cool.
For sure.
That's
I
cool.
definitely.
I mean, how many times there's not even a lot of mediums in which you could just surprise end the story.
Surprise, it's over.
Yeah. It's like you get to the middle of the book and like, by the way, the rest of the pages are all empty. This is the end of the story. Fuck you.
Yeah, the rest of the pages are the middle pages. It's over and over.
The flip book of
I definitely I miss this shit's refreshing, man, to not know, and that's why when going into a film, like I don't need to know a synopsis or to even watch the trailer. Like I just like I like being surprised and not knowing shit for sure. So no, that show was great. I definitely recommend it for any anime fans. There's only one episode that did an anime thing, kind of an anime thing that I hate in anime, because one of the things I hate in that media is like obsession over power levels and shit.
He's over 9,000.
Yeah, and they didn't do it that way, and they didn't really do it, but they just spent a lot of time conversing about something in context to essentially power levels in the universe they present.
Yeah, somebody was whining about it,
and they didn't. Right? Yeah. But I gotta know their power levels. So the whole bit with
I hate whiny bitches in anime. That's what I hate.
This universe is like all the mages have X amount of mana, which if you're familiar with any kind of fantasy game thing or fantasy in general, that's kind of the baseline of all wizardry is something similar to that. And the main character basically was taught by her master to like shroud how much power she has, because of the main like enemies in this world are demons, and they can perceive your mana, you know, as all wizardry people can in this world. And so she was taught to push that down and hide it. And so there's a lot of conversation about that. So it wasn't exactly a power level thing, but you know, it got close to being like, okay, god damn it, come on. But no, the rest of it, it's pretty good. Other than that, I'm kind of on the it's still Japanese adjacent. I watched The Pacific. It was an HBO World War II production.
Yeah. It's like not exactly a sequel to Band of Brothers, but like
it's kind of happening
like a sister series or something.
I could see that. Yeah, and it's kind of cool because you don't see that many things about you don't see that many things that care about the
I think it literally was like same producers, wasn't it?
Is it?
I think it was
Spielberg.
Yeah,
Spielberg.
Oh no.
And it's like it's the other side of the war, and there's not much that covers the Pacific theater of war in World War II. It's almost always Europe. Europe. So I was excited.
Tom Hanks involved with Band of Brothers in some form.
He was a
producer.
Which I think I saw his name in the credits, maybe.
Yeah, probably. He's never been funny since he made that.
He saw what war can do to a man.
He used to make a damn fine comedy. Has never been funny since he made that.
I do miss the days of like genuine like funny comedy, like Dragnet, The Burbs.
I think
The
Money
Burbs
Pit
is so good.
The Burbs is fucking awesome.
I actually recommend just an off-schedule viewing, because you both have bought homes in the last year. If you guys have never seen Money Pit,
I've seen it, but
it's just a fucking great 80s comedy with like it's just fucking hilarious, and it's Tom Hanks being funny when he was funny.
It's good.
It's a good like 90-minute movie, you know.
And
like
his comedy back then is pretty timeless, man, for what it was, for sure. But no, this show's pretty fantastic. Gets into some things. I mean, it's just such a different look at the war than that we're used to. I mean, because I'm not a fucking giant war nerd, but a little bit of a war nerd as far as like equipment and stuff.
War is
and,
bad.
I didn't realize there were certain things that I didn't realize, like weapon-wise and equipment they were using and how they had to do things and yada yada yada. So that was like just even seeing that was refreshing. But the production is fucking ridiculous. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
As far as the effects and the fucking atmosphere and just the grit. But great performances from everybody. I think we've got like a couple episodes left. So I'm excited to finish it. But if you like war content, it's cool. And it definitely, like, it's much more, it's much less, you know, because, you know, everybody likes killing Nazis. Like, they're now time immemorial bad guys.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
And you don't get that here because it's against the Japanese.
That and clowns.
Yeah. The soldiers are still, you know,
Oh,
fucking...
dude, nobody's done that yet.
That's kind of crazy, honestly.
Right, Nazi clowns. I feel like that midget clown in that shitty Rob
Oh,
Zombie
yeah, he literally was
like
dressed
that,
up as Hitler, yeah.
Yeah.
We need to do like a
but he wasn't a
Dead
clown,
Snow
he was just a
Clown
midget.
movie.
Yeah.
Right. Or a small person
It's
or dwarf.
Terrifier, but he's a
Dead
Nazi.
Snow Clowns.
Yeah. Dude, Dead Snow. Oh, God. Talk about fucking fantastic horror comedy. Jesus Christ, that shit's gold. But anywho, so you get a little bit more human things happening, more regret, and it's much more personal, much more about the psychological effects long term. And no, it's a great show.
Have you ever seen Clint Eastwood directed a movie it's a World War II movie from like the Japanese people's point of view?
No, I've heard about it. I've wanted to watch it.
Letters to Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
Which is like a partner film.
Funny enough, also has a partner film, which is
with
Flags of Our Fathers.
Which is a completely different and also really good World War II
I actually
movie.
haven't seen either of those.
They're both really good.
Yeah, no, I've always wanted. I've heard them. They've been back in
that'd be
my
a
mind.
good like 6-hour double feature.
Yeah, they're both probably long.
Yeah. But
I highly recommend both movies.
No, for sure. Sweet. Yeah, I'm a sucker for war stuff for sure. And it's really well done. So.
You could do a pairing of Letters to Iwo Jima and Godzilla -1.
Right. All right, that'll do it for me, I think. So, whoever wants to go next.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
I'll let Reese
wrap her up.
Yeah, wrap him up. I went to the theater and saw The Accountant 2.
Ooh, did you really?
I did.
I thought, because of your wife? Because I thought you literally said, like, she better not drag me to see that.
I don't think I said it exactly like that, but like I saw the first one. It was fine enough.
That's exactly the audience they're hoping for. Is people
It
go
was
like,
fine enough.
might as well.
I think this is a better movie than the first one, but at the same time, it's like I don't know where the time went. Like it was like over, and I was just like looking around, like. Wait, what?
Huh. Is that it?
Yeah, like
is it short, or does it just feel
like
kind of like
it just felt kind of short?
Like it just happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I had the same feeling with like Beetlejuice, where it just like I felt like they could have honestly added an extra 30 minutes to the movie. I think she wanted to see it honestly because she's like a John Bernthal.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of his too.
Yeah, I am too, and. If you saw The Accountant 1, you get much more John Bernthal in The Accountant 2. Like,
I was gonna say, is he in the first one?
He is in the first one, but he's in the
okay.
first one for like 5. Like he's basically in the end.
He likes to do
He
that.
actually is in the Pacific as well, but he doesn't last very long.
Oh yeah, that's before he blew up.
He is actually a
Or does he
central
blow up?
character. He's like a top billed character in The Accountant too. It's good. It's like. If you like the shoot 'em up action films, which I'm not a huge fan of.
I bet it's better than John Wick.
It is better than John Wick.
Probably by a
yes. Yes, it is. And I think it's probably by the same, like, there is some association to John Wick, actually, I believe, in these films.
I'm sure it's from one of the producers.
Yeah, or some shit like that. There
From
is
one
some,
of the
there
30
there is some
producers of John
association there.
Any movie that has even the slightest connection to John Wick will let you know in the trailer.
Just like John Wick just has that, like it's like what you what was it you said with like a Roadhouse, where it has like the character that like is just like perfect.
It's like just a Mary Sue. Like I see the biggest conflict with me in the John Wick movies is every single person goes, "Oh, he's unkillable. We can't kill him." And then someone says, "I got $1 million," and they say, "Well, okay, I'll try and kill him."
Yeah.
Like,
and then they die.
What? Why? Why would you throw your life away when you know it can't be done?
At least I'll say for the 2 Accountant movies is at least it's like flawed characters, you know.
Yeah.
Which are always
they have autism.
much better.
Yeah. So that's like basically the only movie I could think of to jot down. I got a few series I want to talk about. I watched American Primeval. Basically, it's a mini series, basically based off of John's suggestion. Man, this series is fucking real, dude.
Dude, yeah, no, it's.
I'm watching it. I'm just thinking. It's just like after every episode, I turn to my wife. I'm like, this was like our country, like only 200 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's just like it's fucking gruesome and raw and like. Yeah, and it's like, why do these people subject themselves to this?
No, it has,
American dream,
it
man.
has a very poetic nature to it. You know, I said that to Dustin, like, because I had been just watching that.
Why don't they just go east?
Yeah, like,
why don't they just be a beggar on the street in New York?
And Dustin's like, well, they gave up everything. Like, yeah, I know, but they could just go to civilization and have nothing versus just getting fucking murdered.
Yeah,
because like people were just murdering people.
I guess
on a whim.
That tells you what life was like in civilization. It's like, fuck it, man. I can't stand it a minute.
No, it's like one of the first scenes of the first episode. This dude's like, well, let me tell you on your travel, because he's like, I'm trying to get here, and he's like, okay, on your travels, you're gonna like encounter like 5 different tribes of Indians that will fucking murder you.
Yeah, everyone will murder and rape you. Everyone.
Yeah. Not to mention these people that might murder you, and these people that'll rob you and rape you, and then you have riled up
Mormons.
Riled up Mormons.
It's a very real thing.
I'm just like, what fuck? I didn't even think about that being a thing.
Yeah, they're trying real hard to carve out their little space.
Everyone wanted to kill you.
Yeah.
So that was
did not present French people very well. Like every French person in the production is just a fucking piece of shit.
And all the Americans are good guys.
Well, no, I mean they're like.
It kind of sounds like everyone's a piece of shit.
They're all a piece of shit, but like no, there's like no.
There are no Americans
French person
in this
that
movie,
has a
honestly.
Quality. You know, like there are some American people that have some redeeming qualities. Not many, but like the French people, they portray like the one guy is just a creep for no reason. And then they come across a French family that like...
They're like French gypsies, basically.
Yeah, fucking people luring people in with a child to basically like rape them and then maybe eat them, probably.
Then the child stabs their eyes out.
Yeah, basically. Like laughs demonically as they eat you.
No, there is
It was a little weird.
A couple of people survive.
Yeah, it's a very much a downer.
Yeah, no, I mean there's like they get there. The two main
the sequel's on the news every day. It's not really a great story.
The sequel's just a couple of horses grazing.
Yeah, no, it's good though, and it does have a very it has a very poetic quality to what it is.
You know,
it's a very
it's
raw representation, but there's still
there's somebody attached, somebody who was a writer or director for that. Seemed like I liked one of their past projects.
I will say there's one actor, and I don't know his name, but he was in Boardwalk Empire, and he played like Nucky's brother or whatever, and he was kind of like a boob, and he was kind of like the ultimate fuck up, and like his character in this series is fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah,
no, it's very much worth a watch. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I do recommend everybody to.
Next of the 3 series that I want to mention is I just need to bring up Andor season 2.
I haven't watched past the first episode because my TV hasn't been set up.
Like it was the first 2 episodes were kind of a slow burn for me, honestly, and then the third one it really kind of picked up, and it's like, dude, this season specifically just feels like. It feels like espionage.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is like a fucking... Because I always said, season 1 of Andor is like... It's like half a heist and half a prison break move. You know, it's like like those two things. And this one almost feels like an espionage story.
Yeah.
And you totally forget that it's a fucking Star Wars world. You know? Like, it's just... There are so few blasters.
Until like a stormtrooper shows up and they're actually like terrifying. Like the way they present, like Imperial troops, and
derps.
They're like, well, just their presence is like.
But oh
my god, we're in danger.
It's kind of the way they depict them. It's not stormtroopers show up and then it's like pew pew pew.
Yeah,
it's like stormtroopers show up and people get like, you know, they're like fucking anuses pucker up and
because it's like fucking
how it should be.
Yeah, it's like a Nazi walking.
It is. They treat them like Nazis. Anyway,
And people are all mad.
Really getting
'cause,
into that.
Why are you making the Empire evil? They're cool.
Yeah, no.
And the last one I wanted to bring up was a new series that hit Netflix. We binged it this weekend, The Four Seasons.
Oh, that's on my watch list.
Fucking so good. It's so good.
I
loved everything about it.
I've got a huge crush on Tina Fey. I'll watch anything she does.
Dude, it's expert level. It's expert level. I don't know where they're going to go if they extend the series to a second season, whether or not they follow the same group. I could also see it being like a White Lotus situation.
That could be interesting.
Where
but then
they
I'd
just
be bummed because it means Tina Fey won't come back.
Yeah, that would be weird.
But it is like a weirdly big cast for a Netflix comedy.
It is. It's a very large cast.
Yeah, it would make sense if it was new people every time.
But just a fantastic show, and it just deals with like, first of all, it's funny as hell. Like, and every episode ends on like a hilarious cliffhanger.
Yeah,
nice.
Including like the season finale, or
probably not the season finale.
Yeah.
It wraps up pretty well, but it's just like the the adult version of whatever a coming of age thing is. You know, like just. Right.
Coming of middle age.
Coming of middle age. You know, it's like basically the whole plot.
Why isn't there more of that? Honestly,
the whole plot is a bunch of couple friends always go on vacation every year together, and like,
or it's 4 times a year, right? 'Cause that's why it's called the Four Seasons.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for the most part. It's not all vacations, but for the most part, yeah. So it starts out like their like annual big vacation, and like basically one of the dudes is like, yeah, I'm not happy. I'm getting divorced. Like I haven't told her yet, but I'm gonna divorce her. I'm gonna leave her. You know.
Yeah.
And then starts dating like a fucking really really young girl.
Right.
And just it's like how that changes the dynamic between him and his friends, and like it's just so good and so well acted and so well directed.
Who are some of the people?
Steve Carell kills it. He's absolutely phenomenal in it.
I like that guy a lot.
Dude, he's fucking expert level. He's so good in this.
Will Forte is in it.
Okay.
Coleman Domingo, who he's a newer actor. You might not recognize by name, but he's in Euphoria.
Okay.
And
he was in Fear of the Walking Dead.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't watch that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah.
I'll definitely check that out.
Really good cast. Really good show. Couldn't recommend it highly enough.
Honestly, it seems totally plausible if Netflix was like, "Hey, Tina Fey, we want a White Lotus. Here's some money."
I kind of was curious afterwards, so I read an article, and it kind of sounded like she was down to write whatever, you know. Like I think she in her mind kind of sounded like she was talking about like expanding on the characters that already exist, but I almost think it might be better as like a White Lotus type of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The 5 Seasons, the sequel, the 5th season.
But minor spoiler: there are 8 episodes, and there are 2 episodes for every season.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Which I was wondering, like, okay, so is it just 8 episodes over the course of one vacation, and then somebody mentioned that.
I like that. I like that formula.
Structure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did remember one other thing I watched before we transition. I finally got around to watching Paul.
Oh, the
Seth Rogen. Simon Pegg.
The Alien movie.
Yeah. It's exactly what it was, man. It's fun.
Speaking of people who just play the same part all the time, Sigourney Weaver has a cameo in that movie at the very end where she's like,
as soon as I heard her voice, I was like, fuck
she's like the secret person in charge of the organization that's been chasing them, and I swear she had that like same exact cameo in like 4 different movies over the course of like 2 or 3 years.
She was definitely pretty much the exact same cameo role as
Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. But it was fun. I will say though, who is
Seth Rogen?
Not Seth Rogen, the agent that ends up being like the alien's buddy. He's in Ozark.
It's been a long time. Oh, Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jason Bateman plays like a agent that's trying to get Paul. And like honestly, like I did not see by the end of the movie. It's
You said agent, and I thought you said Asian.
Agent.
Who's that one Asian?
At the end of the movie, it's revealed that he's actually like Paul's inside man.
Imagine my surprise when the Asian ended up being Jason Bateman.
You're right. I really did not see that coming.
That's fun.
Like that was actually a fun moment. Like
Yeah.
I legitimately, because normally it's so easy to peg, and like the way they wrote it and the way it was acted, like you really couldn't tell. So
Yeah.
that was a fun movie. It was fun, and Seth Rogen as the alien was fun, and just like how he handled the hyper religious Christian characters.
Yeah.
You know, like trying to argue with the chick, and he's just like, fuck this shit, hand to forehead, like starts praying like, I'm one of these people. No, it was a fun movie. That was the last one.
Okay, so I watched just a few things. I did get to go to the theater and see Sinners.
Yeah, I'm still behind on that one.
It's really fucking awesome. Highly recommend.
I want to see it again in theaters.
Yeah. So there is one sequence kind of right in the middle of the movie. It's a heavily music. In fact, it's like a 5-minute long song that
Nice.
plays.
The music with the vampires is so good. It's so fucking good.
Well, yeah, there's several like not like a musical, but like musical moments, people performing and stuff in the movie, and they're all fantastic. But this one is like next level. Like I
Right.
want to go back to see the theater just to see this scene
I might
again.
try to watch that this weekend.
It's so fucking good.
If you guys happen to have Friday night free,
Right.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Or you let me know what showing you're
if
doing.
they have a later show,
Yeah,
we
we'll find out
probably
later
share that.
Yeah, I'd
this
be down.
episode.
I do know
For sure.
Peltz has already preliminarily bailed on us for
Has he?
Friday, so we don't have anything else to do.
All I want to do is go eat some taco pizza at Rocksteady.
Oh, we were going to do that.
That's all I want to do.
Oh, I didn't know they had a taco pizza. That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It's like they McRib that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've been open for like a year and a half, and they've had it like 3 times. So.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, Sinners, super recommend. Go to the theater, see it. This is just one of those movies where
It's like
I want to shake someone if they ever say
Yeah.
there's no original movies these days.
Well, I mean, it's not original because it's just from Dusk Till Dawn with a different setting.
But I mean, it's original enough.
It is its own
It's not a
thing.
sequel,
Yeah.
a remake, or even an
It is
adaptation.
its own thing.
I mean,
for
really,
sure,
anybody
but
that
that is the only thing you could say about it. There are so many. It's not just like, it's like a vampire movie breaks out and it's like, yeah, it's also two brothers that are kind of running from an illegal thing that they did, and like they go to a kind of a new setting from where they were, and like they're trying to do a new thing. Like there
I just
are a lot of
love
parallels.
all the fucking characters and the dynamics and the chemistry is just so good.
Oh, the characters are fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely
and
fantastic.
the vampires are done in a not like no vampire is wholly unique, but like I like
Right.
their vampires.
Yeah,
I really
for sure.
They do. I like it seems like it's becoming more trendy with vampires to do the like reflective eye thing, like animals or whatever.
Right.
And it just sets up so much scary imagery. I really dig it.
my favorite part, and I won't spoil it because John Brown hasn't seen it yet, but my favorite part is actually the ending.
Yeah.
And where it's just like, oh, they kind of made it like. No, I'll just say like they kind of made it like a blues legend kind of thing, like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Robert Johnson.
Yeah, no, there's
like,
I think you mentioned that before.
yeah,
That's
like,
Yeah,
really cool.
and it's technically like a post-credit scene. It's like
Yeah.
the credits roll for like a couple minutes, and then this stinger comes up,
yeah.
and it's like a whole like 5-minute long scene.
Nice. Yeah, I'm super stoked. And yeah, I mean, anybody that says there aren't unique movies, I actually get kind of like annoyed when I hear anyone say that, like, oh, nothing's original anymore. Well, it's because you don't look.
Yeah, because
it-
I'd say, "Oh, did you watch the movie about the guy who can jet ski because he farts and
Yeah,
uses
well,
his boner
it's-
for?"
it
And they're
goes-
like, "No, that sounds weird."
It
Like,
goes into all other things too. Like it goes into music as well. Like people bitch about like, oh, music is just trash these days. Like,
No, you're a
no,
moron.
it's
if you
not.
think
You're
that.
just not. You're just not paying any attention at all.
No,
You're
you
waiting,
listen to top 40 stations
you're
and nothing
waiting
else.
for
if you
popular
think that.
media to feed you something different. Well, guess
Yeah.
what? That's what makes it popular media. Popular media doesn't give you interesting things. That's
Yeah.
exactly the point of it. Like, just
Another thing I wanted to mention about this movie is I really appreciate, like, because it's about two brothers that kind of come back to their hometown after years and years away, and that's where it starts. Just, kind of like From Dusk Till Dawn. Like, you don't
Right.
actually see what they did to get where they're at.
right.
You just see them kind of on this like run.
Yeah.
And like they come back into town, and like so they're introducing these new characters through like them being reintroduced to people from their past, and all the relationships you just immediately believe.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's like they run into like people that they used to have like actual like intimate relationships with, and just immediately you feel
Yeah.
it and you believe it and you see it and it makes sense. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought
No,
they did a
I'm
really great
really
job with
excited.
that.
I'm really excited to watch it.
Yeah, honestly,
Maybe
Anything
Friday.
vampire
there's like
too.
3 different things that happen at the end of the movie that are all kind of like my favorite part of the movie. There's a
It's a great.
there's a
movie.
scene with a machine gun at the end. It's very satisfying.
Yeah. See if it stacks up to the.
No, it's like a Tommy gun, man.
he has both, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a machine gun. Yeah, technically a submachine gun, but you know.
Yeah.
Which you could buy at a hardware store in the fucking teens for $20. And you could. That's why gangsters had them. Because you go to goddamn hardware store down the street and buy a fucking fully automatic 45 caliber weapon.
I'm hunting deer.
Yeah. Crazy times.
So I officially closed the doors on my last house recently and moved full time into my new house as of
Nice.
April
Congrats,
30th.
sir. Congrats.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
thank
for
you.
sure.
So I had the opportunity to spend one last night over there with my TV, which was literally the only thing, the TV and my PS5 that hadn't been moved over
Right.
yet. And so I wanted to watch my last movie in that house. I watched a movie from 2017 called Columbus. This is a really, really beautiful film set in not Columbus, Ohio, but Columbus, Indiana. If you didn't know, we have a Columbus,
Oh.
Indiana.
There's a Columbus everywhere.
Yeah,
Everyone
and
has
it's-
everything.
and
right?
it's
that's true.
filmed in Columbus, Indiana, as well, which apparently is
So it's
like
not about Christopher Columbus then.
no, it's not. No,
That's where I was
it's
kind of going with it too in my mind.
what Columbus, Indiana is this weird kind of like architectural mecca where a shit ton of like very famous architects have all done really interesting projects over
Really?
like the last 100 years.
Huh.
Like, beautiful,
Yeah.
weird buildings in this small town in Indiana. This kind of like goes in with the what we were just
Right.
saying about there's nothing good. It's like this sounds like a beautiful, interesting town, and it's literally in our state. And I didn't know about it until this movie came out a few years ago. The lead is John Cho from Harold and Kumar.
Okay.
And then also has
Is he Harold or Kumar? It's a true question. I don't know the difference.
Harold.
Harold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kumar is the Kumar one.
He also played Sulu in the Abrams Star Trek films.
Yeah, I like that guy.
It's got a couple other character actors and stuff.
Was he in like
You'd
the
recognize.
American Pie movies?
No.
It says he
I
was
don't
in
think
the
so.
first one.
No.
Oh, he's in
Was
the
he?
second one too.
He's the one that says MILF.
Oh,
He's literally the first one that brought the term MILF.
Oh, I didn't even realize he was in there. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just John, I think you'd really
Yeah.
like this movie. It's very small, very slow, just a really simple story set in a
Yeah.
small town, and it kind of feels like an ode to small town living.
Yeah, no, that sounds right up my alley. I mean, honestly, like as soon as you, like now, my first thought was like, where is Columbus, Indiana?
Yeah.
I want to go.
All I know
there
is
now.
they have a couple of failed breweries, so they probably do not
Not
have
worth
probably don't have any good beer to drink because their
Well, I can
breweries
bring.
failed.
If there's good architecture, as long as I can.
Yeah, and it's a lot
I
of
love
it's like
architecture, man.
they do tours and it's just open, like you can go visit.
interesting,
This is
yeah.
the cover, so like this is one of the structures in Columbus that you can go see.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would not have Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, beautiful,
Interesting.
beautiful movie.
I want to check that out.
And it just felt about not necessarily being content with where you're living, but like not letting people like embarrass you for where you live. You know?
And that's dude, that's something that I think I will like that movie because that's something that's very true for me. Like, I get so fucking tired of seeing people complain about living in Indiana or specifically our city. It's like,
yeah,
shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. Like,
Yeah.
even if you're not of the prevalent culture, which we are not,
mm-hmm.
you know, we are not of the white fucking religious culture
hillbillies.
that is here,
Yeah,
but it's still a really good place to live, even
Yeah.
for people that are not of the culture. Like, so yeah, I get really irritated. That
I'm a little
people
confused by
tend to do
people
that.
who would move here, but I don't. I definitely am not a big believer in the geographical cure. The people who are like,
Yeah.
as soon as I get out of this shitty small town, I'll be a cool, interesting person.
That's
It's
just
like,
like such
You're
a
going to go
fucking
somewhere else, and
trendy
it's going to
thing
be
say.
pretty much the same, and you're going to have
Anybody
the
that-
same experience.
Anybody that
'cause it's
says that
who
is
you
just
are.
like every other person. You're not
Yeah,
unique at
I mean,
all.
the reality is you create the experience, and that's what it is.
Just
Like,
like you're not unique because there are people that were like fucking born in Hollywood that say, "Well, as soon as I'm old enough, I'm gonna get out of this fucking town."
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah, get out of Los Angeles. Like,
Yeah.
like people born in New York City. Well, I'm just gonna get out of this town.
People in New York are kind of worse. They're just like, why would you live anywhere besides New York? It costs $10,000 a month, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
They're worse. They'd be like, "Why would you think about something?"
Yeah. No, it's cool. I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's close enough. I might go
Fucking-
might
Yeah,
go
I
there.
mean,
that's a
honestly-
hell of a boon for that town because my initial reaction, like, oh, I'm going to check this out.
Yeah, I kind of want to check it
Hey,
out
good
too.
job,
It
Columbus.
sounds like a really cool town. Even just take a day tour. Or
Probably
something.
not, but you know what? Good for them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not made by a person who grew up in the town.
Right,
It's
right,
made by actually a Japanese director.
Yeah.
So like, and I mean, this is a known town from people
Right.
in architectural circles.
No, that's
So
that.
it's
Yeah,
probably
that's
is a really cool town.
that's super interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really makes me look into that.
I guess the last thing I'll talk about, I did get to go see the new Marvel movie in theaters.
Everybody said it's
Everybody says
pretty
it's
good.
I liked it. I thought they really, well, first of all, it's the composer who did Everything Everywhere All at Once, which
okay.
is the band Sun Lux,
Okay.
and easily I would say this is like the best score we've ever gotten in a Marvel MCU movie. The score is
fun
like
story about the Marvel is I've seen a lot of them in the theater because my wife likes them.
yeah.
And they're at the end when I'm like, I hear that, like, she's like, you want to go see a movie? I'm like, yeah, I hear that the new Marvel thing is actually good. Like, they actually did a good one. She's like, we should go see The Accountant too.
Oh wow, yeah. Wow,
like,
they lost
oh
her. Huh?
man, oh man,
One and done, huh? No second chances.
like she's just kind of over it.
I
Like,
guess
like
to some
everybody
people
else.
they got like 30 chances.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, there are multiple moments in the movie where I was like, God damn, this score is incredible. And the ending is so much more like thought out and interesting than a typical, who punches harder
So
type of ending.
They tried to actually write a real fucking story.
Yes,
again?
yes,
Yeah.
they do.
I hated
Good on
the,
them because they needed to.
I don't know.
Look,
I want to
if
say I hated the trailer, but I just hate trailers.
see, I was
No,
on
yeah,
board with the trailer.
It was
So,
too much. It gave me
I-
too much.
Oh, that's
I
just
didn't-
every
I-
movie.
I didn't
agree.
need that much.
Not exactly with it was too much, but I think the trailer did the movie a lot of disservice because it just felt like such a typical trailer of just like where they put the sounds, where they put the emphasis. Like it just felt like an action movie trailer.
I just don't
And I
need
feel
that
like-
much of the movie. Like I want more of. I think that what has become the typical trailer, I need somewhere between that and a teaser.
Yeah.
Like
You can literally watch every like mainstream trailer, like including The Accountant. And you can watch it for about 60 seconds, and then it starts over. Like it goes into like, and this is the next act of the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah.
It's like no,
Yeah.
you could have just stopped it
Yeah.
right there. I'm
yeah.
on board.
Yeah, don't tell
The
me the whole
Accountant too.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
The only thing I had to say for that trailer is just that it felt like a typical action trailer. But I still could see that maybe there's something not typical there.
I'll never forget.
If they did something good again.
Yeah.
Is there an old movie called like Made in Manhattan or something like that?
Yeah,
with,
it's Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez, yeah. So I remember seeing that trailer in a theater years ago, and that was the first one where I was just like, I literally saw the entire movie.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like a I don't think I've actually ever seen the movie, but it's like a rom-com kind of a deal, and it's like,
yeah,
you saw every level of the rom-com. You see the boy meets girl,
right?
You see boy and girl fall in love. You see the turmoil that like tears them apart, and then you see kind of how they get back. Like, you literally see everything. It's like, why would you pay money to go see this movie? They just showed me the whole thing.
Especially when it's an actress or a person, so I don't know if I'd even call her an actress.
She has appeared
just
in
doesn't
movies.
have a performance to offer.
Yeah.
The last thing that she was in that Netflix fucking movie, oh my god, that thing
Which
was
one?
so fucking bad.
Was that a mech movie?
Yeah, basically, she like designed this technology.
She's not great.
And had to go, dude, it was.
I was interested in that movie.
Fucking painful.
Well, no,
I will
I was
vouch for
not
her
interested
for
in that
2 films.
movie because I saw she was in it, and then I saw what the movie was. I'm like, God damn it! Why couldn't this be anybody
Yeah,
else?
no, it was bad.
Yeah.
So,
I will vouch for J-Lo for 2 movies, and they are The Cell and
Which,
Out of Sight.
yeah.
Those are both have been on my watch list for a while, but I would always also
double
say,
feature, J-Lo double feature. Boom.
I haven't seen The Cell since it came out, and I am a fucking fanatic of Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, I really am. I love that guy to fucking death, and so I'd love to watch that movie again.
Out of Sight, very good, but it's like she has help. You know, like it's honestly, it might be my favorite George Clooney movie, actually.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the same thing as fucking Cell. Like,
oh yeah, it's a
like,
Vincent D'Onofrio movie.
yeah, exactly. It's well written, well directed, an amazing actor there, and then she's just kind of like, hey, I'm here.
I will also
she's kind
say,
of like a bitchy, like, you know what? Actually, she plays the same role in both movies. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Right.
she's kind of just like the tough guy police person,
tough Latin cop.
Yeah,
chick.
yeah. No, she literally
Yeah.
does play the same role in both movies.
the movie I will stick up for her in is kind of the one that it was like kind of a comeback for her in 2019. Hustlers.
I haven't seen that one.
That one's really
Yeah, I haven't seen that
really
either.
fun,
Yeah.
kind of based on a true story, comedy drama.
And even I wouldn't
I would
even say
recommend that
though
one.
that like that movie. I wouldn't say that she was super. I don't know.
She was. I would say she actually is good in Hustlers.
Yeah, that last thing, the mech thing, the sci-fi thing, I think it felt like every part of it felt super forced, and like I think it was just. I mean, the writing was what was really bad there, and so like maybe with some better writing, maybe it would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I don't know.
Well,
I guess I'd have to see.
I'll
her in
also say for
something.
Out of Sight, it's probably my favorite Steve Zahn performance, and also it has the most hilarious accidental death scene I've ever seen.
Yeah. Nice.
But Thunderbolts, I would say if you have the capacity to like superhero movies, and you're just tired of the bad ones, I would recommend.
These guys are also not superheroes, right?
Right. I mean,
Like, they don't
you
have
know.
powers.
It's kind of marketed that way that they're not.
Oh, I mean, some of them definitely have powers because Bucky is in it, and he's basically a Captain America.
Well, yeah. So he's got serum powers.
Yeah, but
and
for the most
guys-
part, no. It's
Yeah.
mostly like tech guys. you know.
Okay. It's yeah.
It's Florence Pugh is trained at the same place where Black Widow was
Yeah.
trained. Sebastian Stan is Bucky.
It really just like for me, these kinds of movies, I don't know, man. Like I love street level characters. I hate things with people with powers, characters with powers. But if you're going to be presenting me with people doing like insane things, fighting insane enemies that demand powers and they don't have powers, like any powers.
No, I'd say
I
they
kinda-
very successly navigate stuff like that.
I don't-
Yeah.
Okay,
I would say I'm not there
interested to
yet
see
on
it.
Florence Pugh.
Oh, I love Florence.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a disbeliever, but I'm not a believer yet either.
I'm curious to watch the movie. I would like to see them do a good movie again in
Yeah.
the Marvel Universe because there are parts of the Marvel Universe I like. think really I feel like they just stopped trying a while ago.
Yeah.
Like they hit a level of success that they're just like, fuck it, just bang them out. And then they banged out a bunch of terrible shit. And so maybe they finally were like, okay, well, that didn't work. I guess we should actually try again. So
if this is encouraged, I will say, it actually felt like a director's vision to me.
Sure.
It felt
Okay,
like
that's
someone's
good, yeah.
story,
Yeah.
not like a.
not just a money
So
grab.
we need Act 3 in the
Yeah.
Phase 2 of the Marvel Universe, what we really need is a scene where Captain America punches Thor, and
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
like-
every single thing they've done for a while has felt super forced. All the Spider-Man stuff. felt
There was like the
forced.
bug, like ladybug
Fucking
or
Craven.
fucking
Madam Web. That
beetle-
wasn't an
Craven-
beetle,
MCU.
something with
Craven
a
felt
beetle, blue
forced.
beetle.
that was a DC movie.
Oh,
Raven
God, I
felt
can't even
forced.
keep up with this
Fucking
shit.
Morbius felt forced. The
Oh, that
fucking-
was also not
the-
MCU.
Wasn't there like
what is
an
the
Asian?
Marvels, the three
Shang-Chi?
girls.
Yeah.
The Marvels.
The
yeah.
Marvels,
I know
that
a lot
felt-
of people did not like
That
that.
felt super forced. I watched that trailer and I'm just like, okay, you're just not even trying.
Yeah.
Like, this is like pure shtick, like pure
Yeah.
shtick, and you're just gonna. Bang
I'll
it
also
out?
say,
Uh,
if anyone,
WandaVision was good.
Yes.
That was good. I would give it that.
because this movie ties in with like pretty directly with like 3 major movies and then like 2 or 3 of
Yeah.
the series.
Right.
If that is a hang up to you, like, well, I didn't watch the last 4 movies.
Yeah.
They keep you in the loop.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
don't-
going to be
yeah,
lost.
I don't think you need to. No,
I haven't seen Black Widow.
And
character-wise,
that's fine.
it comes back. It comes back to the same thing with the DC stuff, where it's like,
I feel like I
Yeah,
should
you've-
see
you've
Black
got the
Widow because I do
Avengers.
like Scarlett Johansson a lot.
It was a weaker movie. As far as you are concerned, I
Yeah,
don't think
it's
you'll
just
like
like
it.
seeing her in tight spandex though.
Oh, well, yeah, that's probably worth it.
yeah.
You can just put it on mute.
but no, it's
That's
like
probably the best way
it's-
to go.
Black Widow, Hawkeye, all these guys. Like it's the same problem that I feel like
They're
is
not really
less pointed
superheroes.
out in Marvel as it is in DC. Because there's always the joke of like, why is Batman in
Yeah.
the fucking Justice League?
And then there's so many Batmen in the Marvel
Yeah.
universe.
And a lot of multiple people that are Batman are in the Avengers and nobody bats an eye. And it makes just as little sense. Like
Yeah,
Black Widow is just an assassin.
yeah.
That's all she is. She doesn't even have money. She's not even a billionaire.
Yeah,
She's just
yeah.
an assassin chick. Like,
I mean,
She's got some kung fu skills.
Tony Stark's only power is that he has money to build a suit, which then begs the question: why doesn't he just build a suit for all of the team
yes,
members?
Well, he
no,
kind of
exactly.
does,
like,
right?
That
Like,
right
doesn't
there.
doesn't he kind of do that?
At different times, like
different times,
Like
he
I
does.
feel
one-off
like he kind of
things.
does that.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
But like Black Widow never puts on a suit.
Well, what's-
Hawkeye never puts on a suit.
But what's stupid is one of the people he built a suit for is fucking Spider-Man, a guy with legitimate powers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like no, it's that thing right there is what always takes me out of comic book stuff. Is that it's like, oh, we have these superheroes battling aliens and supernatural crazy bullshit, and then there's some guy that like, I'm a really good shot.
I never miss.
It is a shame that he
okay.
never designed like a really large pair of shorts for the Hulk. You know,
Yeah. No, it's I don't know. I do want to give it a shot because
I recommend it. The visuals are great. Honestly, the special effects are great. People I know love to shit on Marvel when they have bad VFX, but just kind of
yeah,
ignore it when they have good visual effects.
right.
And I think this, like, a couple of things, like people flying, like a person flying, a lot of
Right.
times looks terrible in movies, and it does really good in this
Right
movie.
on. Yeah, I am gonna watch it because I do want to give it a chance because I would like to
Yeah,
see them redeem
give it a
themselves.
chance. And also Marvel, I finally got to. I had to, since I resubscribed to Disney Plus for Andor. I got to finish Daredevil Reborn.
I got
or,
one
Born
episode
Again.
left. Still.
I'm
It's
like
really good.
I'm like only a third of the way through.
See
the
that
season.
character right there is
Yeah.
like the perfect level of character for me because he has a power, is real specific,
Yeah,
and it still really hinges on him just being badass
yeah.
for his power to mean anything.
They
Like,
they honestly
that's the sweet spot for me right there.
that Daredevil series, I think, balances it really well in that he is not powerful enough that you go, why isn't he helping the Avengers?
Yeah.
And the threats aren't necessarily big enough that
Yeah.
you're going to go, why doesn't Captain America show up? It's like,
Yeah.
well, Captain America's not going to show up to punch a mafia,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
yeah,
It's
for
more
sure.
of a petty crime level.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
just street level, and those
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
characters I love the most. And I
It's-
love the characters that stay. That's why the whole Batman. That's the Batman Justice League,
Yeah.
Black Widow, Avengers thing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, those characters should stay where they're at. Not that there's not cool stories in those realms.
Now, I will say...
this doesn't make sense to be here.
The
Batman
series
should be fighting space aliens.
The series makes me really pissed off that Sony wouldn't let Spider-Man show up, because there's like so many moments where, like, god damn, it'd be so badass if Spider-Man showed up right now.
For sure.
The Punisher is awesome though in the series.
No, one of my favorite episodes of the season was when
Tom Murtaugh was like born to play that role.
Oh no,
Yeah.
when he approached the Punisher
in the first time.
Where he was like fucking hidden away, and like that dialogue, that scene, such a good scene.
Yeah,
such a good scene.
Yeah, there is a scene. I think it's in the. Does Punisher show back up? Not in the last. Punisher shows up in another episode, and there's some very satisfying moments.
Yeah. No, he was. It's good shit. It's good shit. No, the only thing that annoyed me about this show was the Muse character. They just.
Yeah.
I like the character. What I hate about everything comic book now is like, he's a serial killer. That just happens to be a jujitsu master. Like, oh, okay.
His suit also looked incredibly padded.
Yeah.
Because he looked like a stick of a man.
Yes.
And then he puts on this suit,
yeah.
and he's like the same size as Daredevil.
Yeah, that's
like,
that was my...
Maybe pick a better stunt double.
That was my beef with that series.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like the character of the White Tiger. How far are you in the Daredevil?
Oh yeah. I am through that.
Yeah.
Where the White Tiger.
Yeah, this kind of proves my point about people getting too hung up on not being caught up on the story. Is I watched Daredevil Reborn, whatever it's called, and it's like, oh, I don't know where the White Tiger character came from. He must have been introduced in the series. They reference it a couple times that Kingpin got shot in the face. That happened at the end of what show was that?
Daredevil something or other.
No, it wasn't. It was one of the Disney shows.
Oh,
Hawkeye. At the end of Hawkeye, Kingpin gets shot in the face.
I didn't even know that show existed, or that Kingpin would have been in it.
Yeah,
okay.
And then there's a sequel to those events in a series called Echo, which I also have not watched. So I was like, oh, White Tiger must have appeared first in that Echo series, but no, he just sprung up for the first time in this Daredevil show.
Oh, which I assumed watching it, like,
but that's
they were
just
giving me no context, and kind of I was figuring it out as I went.
That's just kind of like a perfect example of like when they reference something that happened in a past movie, that doesn't mean, oh damn, I need to pause this and go watch that 2-hour movie. No, they just told you what you need to know.
Yeah, for sure.
And somebody in like a daughter or something takes the thing, and you assume that will take over the identity. And
I'm excited to see what they do with that series. I'm curious if it's going to be called Daredevil Born Again Season 2, or if it's going to be called Daredevil * something else.
Daredevil lives.
Yeah, Daredevil lives again. But yeah, that gets me caught up on my stuff.
All right, so
the feature.
We got a little bit of a feature here to talk about.
You got a poster loaded if you want to click it on poster 1.
I will indeed do such thing. Maybe.
One more.
So I think I mentioned last time, but I had it in my head. I've really been wanting to bring the the Al Yankovic story as a choice, but didn't really have a good pairing. So I just picked another shorter music-related film that I've also been wanting to pair with. Haven't really found the opportunity, so I just threw them together. The first film is from 2016, directed by Vincent Haycock. The synopsis is: after breaking up with her boyfriend, Florence tries to find herself again in the middle of an emotional storm of a heartbreak. I wouldn't say you really need a plot synopsis for this movie, because it's not really.
It's mostly a video.
About.
Yeah, it's telling you as it happens. And they do a good job setting the scene and everything to back up the lyrics and the songs. That's basically an album-length music video for the album How Big, How Bright, How Beautiful. And then the second film that I assume we'll talk about more is Weird, the Al Yankovic story from 2022, directed by Eric Appel.
exploring every facet of Weird Al Yankovic's life, from the meteoric rise to fame and early hits like Eat It and Like a Surgeon, to his torrid celebrity love affairs and famously depraved lifestyle. This biopic takes audiences on a truly unbelievable journey through Yankovic's life and career.
That it is.
From gifted child prodigy to the greatest musical legend of all time. And the tagline is, "The world belongs to the weird." Yeah.
So, starting with Odyssey,
Yeah.
this one threw me off a little bit because, like you said, it's mostly like just like a long video. However, I feel like the first couple legs actually have a little bit more like cinema.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like a little bit of like action, like rolling the camera, and then we have a song, and there's more action rolling the camera, and then a song, and then like they just kind of stop the like cinematic parts and go more into like music.
Yeah.
And like I was a little thrown off by that because like right off the bat I'm thinking, man, there's a lot more like story to this than I thought, and then they just kind of stopped doing the story and then just became a music video. And I was wondering where did they just get bored trying to tell the story? I was a little thrown off by that.
I think it's probably more just trying to fit
it into
and especially
reasonable
like
amount of time.
Afterwards, when you showed us the typical content of the artist, with it being much
We
more
watched
like
the music video for Big God,
yeah,
which is my all-time favorite music video.
It's showing that she's definitely a very performance dance centric thing. I think that it makes sense that it went the way that it did, because it's clearly this artist's like kind of foundation. So the shift makes sense, but I definitely would say that I was excited by the first part of it, to see the nice blend that they had established, like that first scene in the car with a little bit of dialogue they had. I was like kind of amped up to see where this was going because there's some pretty poignant dialogue they delivered there in the car.
Yeah.
And so when it did shift to just dance-centric music numbers within the space of the filming they did, I was definitely like, not exactly what I wanted or expected.
Well, they started off kind of like a musical. Like, it's literally almost like a musical.
Yeah,
and then...
for sure.
Yeah.
And it returns to it a couple times later in the film, too,
does.
where it's like a cappella. She is just singing the lyrics of the song with no backing instruments. But for the most part, it is, it's just...
essentially dance routines with songs woven
and I mean,
together.
some of them definitely have more of themes to the visuals, like I think the song is Delilah, where she's walking through almost like the ruins of an old town or something.
Yeah, no,
and a lot of really beautiful visuals there.
And I won't like fault this production at all, as far as its quality, and I do dig. They did some great transitions from song to song as well.
Yeah,
like one song leading into the next and setting up the scenario. So I mean, I think the production-wise, is fantastic. And it makes perfect sense for what she's doing, what the songs are about. And it made much more sense after, and that's the question I begged the entire time I was watching it. Like, what does the rest of this person's artwork look like? And once you showed me, everything just kind of fell into place, and like it made much more sense. But I definitely did want more of what they started the production with, as opposed to all of what it ended up with. But it's definitely still like if you like any kind of choreographed dance stuff, I think it's something that, and good, because the lyrics are very solid, the songwriting is good. It's something I think that if that's up your alley, like it's just something. Actually, I'm probably going to suggest it. I mentioned suggestion to Alicia, my wife. I really want to show it to my sister because she loves female artists like this, and she's very much on dance. And stuff, and I think
she probably already knows it, John.
Probably.
Potentially.
But
I was gonna say I felt like I was going to have to pay for whatever YouTube premium or whatever
Right.
because I've had the experience of watching an extended music video like this on YouTube and then it just gets interrupted by ads and it's fucking want to blow my brains out.
Yeah.
But then I checked beforehand and it's uploaded to it is on YouTube, but it's what was their music video like? It's not Voodoo, Vimeo.
I think that sounds right.
Whatever, it's something like that, and it was completely ad free except for at the very beginning. So that was a huge relief, and another reason I would recommend, like, there's really no barrier. Just go watch it on YouTube for free. I think I'm definitely much bigger on it than either of you guys, but I've also been listening to Florence for like 15
and
years.
I do, like, I respect the shit out of the art that's there and the music that's there for sure, and like without the, like, in a vacuum, and I said it when we watched it, like, I could definitely listen to this album as an album for sure, but I definitely, like, there's just a disconnect for me personally artistically with choreographed dance. But other than that, I mean, I have nothing bad to say about what this thing is. I definitely think that it's because for me it's a matter of palette. I think it may be a matter of palette, but if it's any kind of thing that you're close to interested in, I think it's a very good production for that kind of art. So, I mean, for the people that like this stuff, I mean, it's fantastic. For sure. I can definitely appreciate it. And I did enjoy her moments of just performance in this as well. The actual acting. And that is one thing I wanted to see more of that too. Like, especially since it was at the onset. Like, I actually was kind of excited for that. I want to see where she would go and what more she would do.
She really has like an effortless, like real nature to her performance that doesn't feel like
no. I think that's what kind of fucks me up with the performance, like the choreographed dance stuff, is like, especially set against some really pretty genuine performances at the very beginning, and then it turns into the choreographed dance. That's like, not that choreographed dance isn't genuine, but it's choreographed.
Mm-hmm.
It's practiced. You know, they're like, her performance with the character, what little you get, felt very natural and not practiced. And so to have hard right into just practiced things felt kind of alien for me. But yeah, I can still definitely respect it and appreciate it.
I had just kind of noted that it's not really my genre, but I just felt like I liked Florence more than I liked the Machine.
Yeah.
I mean, she's an incredible artist. I doesn't have a bad album. I would recommend anyone just pick up a single album, any of them. They're all good. I think my favorite is probably the one that came out, I think, right after this one. Let me check real quick what the title of that is. But yeah, I mean, all of her music is just so cinematic and poetic and like visual. You know, you really, the more you listen to it, you just dig into the lyrics and incredible stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited that I haven't done it yet, but first opportunity I'll get, sit down with studio headphones and listen to the album all the way through, and I definitely think that I'll dig it, because I do listen to a lot of stuff that's similar to this.
Yeah.
So.
My favorite album I think of hers is her 2018 album, High as Hope. And her most recent album is maybe one you want to avoid, John. It's called Dance Fever.
Yeah, I would probably avoid that. Yeah, I mean, I'd give it a chance. If I listen to somebody, I do my best to do the due diligence of listening to all their shit from Genesis to where they are now.
Yeah.
So,
I more often than not, I think she has a really witchy vibe to her songs and her performances.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a much, much, much more serious movie, Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was. I remembered it being funny, but it was like, you ever go back to a comedy and you're like, yeah, it's funny, and then you just laugh your ass off 10 times more than you did the first time.
I had a hard time breathing on some of the parts.
Yeah.
It's funny because this is like, you think like Al Yankovic, the career parody artist, and this is like a parody of a biopic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what it is, and it's so fun to watch as it happens.
It's like a parody of a true story in that,
Yeah,
like,
it
I don't
is.
know if there's a single true event in the entire thing.
It probably is, and it gets weird. Like the last credit scene when it rolls, like you see Weird Al and this thing or that thing, and like, okay, that makes an amount of sense. Well, that's clearly fucking fictitious. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
no, you
yeah, it just
cannot-
starts with like school photos and
yeah,
stuff.
you can't tell, and it's like there's probably some level of like, okay, he may have been influenced by this or that, or maybe this is kind of true, but you lose track immediately.
Yeah.
It's fucking insanity.
The running joke that he wrote, "Eat It," and then
Yeah.
Weird Al or Michael Jackson parodied it with "Beat It,"
Yeah.
is just the fucking funniest
he,
thing.
he wrote
No,
it,
the-
and he's like I only do originals now.
Yeah, the insistence after that point that everything was original.
Yeah,
was just
so
wonderful.
good.
And it cracked me up when I found this image, and I noticed down there the original soundtrack is just kind of
Yeah.
hilarious in its own, because like none of this shit is original. Yeah, it was a blast. And I grew up like my brother. I listened to a lot of Weird Al for a while because my brother Jeremy listened to a lot of it. So it was like I've heard full albums back
Yeah.
to back
Yeah.
a bunch when I was
Oh
young.
yeah,
So it was a fun thing to see the presentation here. Yeah, the level of ridiculousness is not to be fucked around.
My favorite
with.
part of the movie was the relationship and conversations with his parents.
Yeah,
Like
oh,
how
fantastic.
non-supportive they were. Like, just
Devil
like,
squeeze box.
they just like went out of their way to like mother yeah he just wants you to know that he's
He's not proud of you.
He's just not proud of you.
He
He was
specifically
very
wanted me-
he was very clear about that actually. He
You are
specifically wanted me
fucking
to
up.
mention.
Oh,
And
my
he
God.
actually never really wanted to have kids.
oh, it's so funny.
Yeah,
and the
blurred
dad
lines.
character kills me. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the opening scene where he's talking about like some dude got injured at the factory and he's like, I would have helped him if I hadn't already lost a hand to that machine. And then he's like, by the way, we have an opening for a summer job if you
when are you gonna grow up and start working at the factory?
The running bit of the factory too, just like, what do you make? Like, no,
You'll find
can't
out when
know.
you work at the factory.
And then he does. And what do we make here? The guy just shakes his head and walks away.
It's like, you said your kid was funny.
Oh shit. No, one of my favorite parts of it is that fucking Daniel Radcliffe got like ripped as the most ripped
Yeah.
he'll ever be just for this
Yeah.
fucking movie for like no fucking reason, because he ends up fighting assassins and shit at a certain point.
He basically takes out the Colombian cartel.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
like,
so fucking
God
good.
damn. Yeah, the commitment, man, it's this kind of a thing is special to me. It harkens to like the fucking rubber thing. Just,
Yeah,
enjoy the experience of the film. Like, none of it has to be or mean anything or be accurate. Just like fucking ride the wave, and like this film is definitely that. Just throw yourself into it, have a good time. It's
yeah.
pretty fucking funny.
It's that you just don't get comedies like this often enough.
His performance
it's
of
fucking
the
good.
songs were like pretty fucking legit.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I
pretty
like how
genuine.
blatant
He was
they were with.
He was committed.
Yeah. I mean, even with the singing, very obviously being Weird Al singing, it's he does a great job.
Yeah,
still,
oh, yeah,
like fully
for
committing
sure.
and making it believable.
Yeah. It's something you kind of got to see at the end of the day. Like, it's
Yeah,
real.
the polka party scene, like
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Just
Like,
fully committing to polka being like the rebellious, dangerous
dude, and like
music.
the presentation of this party is literally just every high school party, but a juxtaposition of it being a polka party was wonderful.
Yes.
Like, that was fantastic.
He's like, He's like, I vow I will be the greatest. Well, maybe not the greatest, but I'll be one of the very
Arguably
good
the most famous in a very specific
in a very specific genre of music
and then he wins an award
for
that.
exactly that.
Yeah.
And then he gets assassinated.
Oh my god!
The
so
ending,
good.
the ending kind of sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay.
Oh, you're right. You haven't been honest with me this far. Why would you start now?
Yeah.
Who's assassinated in 1985 at the award show?
Oh, it's so good.
Madonna is still at large.
Yeah, heading the Colombian drug cartel. Yeah.
Oh man,
It's a special kind of fiction here, for sure.
I feel like all we've done is quote it, but I mean, just go watch it.
Yeah,
It
I
is
mean, for
highly
sure.
worth your
Lots
time.
of laughs, lots
Yeah.
of fun.
It's hard
with
to
friends
just,
if you can.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to talk about the movie. It's just
Yeah.
none of it makes any sense, and none of it's fucking
Yeah.
real. Like,
Remember this part?
yeah,
Remember this part?
Yeah, I rewatched it last night with Molly, and she was just like he picks the strangest roles.
Yeah.
Daniel
Yeah,
Radcliffe,
it's
he
so
picks
cool.
the strangest roles.
dude, I love it to death, man. I love it to death. He's become one of the actors I respect the most just because of that. Like the fact that he had this autopilot career laid out in front of him. He's like, nah, we're gonna
Well,
go do
I mean, I
fucked
don't
up
think that's
shit.
necessarily true because a lot of these like child stars get like never taken seriously, and the way to get away from that is just do a bunch of wacky shit.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, like
Well, what I like is that he didn't just do it to get a clean slate. Like
Yeah.
he's fucking committed. Like he's committed to just really interesting things across the board. And like it's also and not all of it's like purely wacky. He's done some wacky shit, but some of the stuff was just interesting.
Yeah.
And a lot of it covers a lot of different genres. Like Guns Akimbo, like it's a straight up action movie, you know, and it's fucking fantastic. So
Yeah. I love it. I feel like soon we will be done with the stereotype of like child actors and stuff all end up bad, because we've gotten so many these past couple decades. We've gotten so many that have like turned their like career into success and done interesting things, or you know, gotten out and been safe. You know, like I think what's his name, the ginger from Harry Potter. I think he's basically retired from acting, and like good for him. You know, he can just rake in your millions of dollars from the Harry
I mean,
Potter.
really,
I swore I saw him in something recently.
I think he does like a movie occasionally, but like you know, definitely not. Not even putting out as many movies as Daniel Radcliffe, and you know, you could sell a movie just on from the actor.
Dude, and
Harry
it shouldn't
Potter.
be that fucking hard to just be like, okay, I have this thing now, I have these rights, I can fucking rake in money on them and just like chill, like absolutely do that. Oh my
But I mean, like we've gotten a lot of really healthy examples of child actors, like I mean, making their own name for themselves. I mean,
some 30, 40 years later.
yeah. I mean,
The
Dakota
kid.
Fanning, I feel like, is doing great things, and some of the other actress that was in that. What was the movie we all liked? Just from the guy who did Green Room. It was like Rambo in a small town last year. Brand new movie.
Well, is it Rebel Ridge?
Yeah, Rebel Ridge.
Yes.
The girl in
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
she was a
for
child
sure.
actor. Kristen Stewart is a child actor. You know, like I feel like
The dude from the Goonies did Everything Everywhere All at Once. You know?
That's what I was saying.
You
Like,
know?
that was my bit about 30 years fucking later. Like,
Yeah.
and he just was in.
Well, I mean,
another
like
movie.
the lead in Goonies, Samwise. I mean, he's
Sean Astin.
he's had a great career.
Has he?
Yeah. Stranger Things. He was in Stranger Things.
Who's in Rudy?
No, he's done. I mean, never like super mainstream stuff, except for probably Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But he's had an active
No,
career.
it's a return.
Never
There's
stopped
definitely people
working.
getting an opportunity to come back to things.
Yeah,
after
Josh
the fact
Brolin
now.
also in
Yeah.
Goonies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
And
you know
He wore bicycle shorts on top of sweatpants.
Yeah.
for reasons. So when he sweats through the sweatpants, you can't see his dick.
Yeah.
He's hiding a huge hog there. Clearly.
Oh shit.
But yeah, Weird Al, fucking watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It was a fun time for sure.
Yeah, we had a great time watching it.
Yeah, we were
I laughed
cackling.
way more than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was excited though. I remember like the first time I saw it, because I've had a Roku forever, but I never used the Roku channel, and it was like a Roku original, and so every time you turn on the Roku, you were getting ads for the weird Al Yankovic story, and I was just like, I had no idea it was Daniel Radcliffe. Like, no idea until we sat down to watch it. And I was just like, oh, well, this changes everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what comes next from this guy, for sure. He's one of the most, a lot of actors, it's just like, okay, you kind of peg, what's going to come next. And, like, I have no fucking clue with this guy.
Yeah.
No clue. And that makes me excited. Like, this guy could do fucking anything. And that's really cool.
He could be the next James Bond.
That'd be fucking sweet.
I mean,
I
think I mentioned to you guys during this movie, at one point there was like a rumor or something that he was going to be, or maybe it was just a fan cast, that he was going to be the MCU's Wolverine.
Right.
And
I mean, buy it. Like, he's kind of he's kind of small.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
see, that's the thing.
Is small. I mean,
in the comics, Wolverine is like 5'8" or something.
Yeah, okay.
He's not big,
I buy it.
And he is totally ripped, and it would be something completely different from Hugh Jackman. So you can't be like, oh,
I buy him with sideburns. You know,
I buy it.
Give him like a real heavy Canadian accent.
He can pull it off.
I think he could pull it off. And then I remembered, I haven't read any of the comics about this, but in the last like 10 years or so, there's a character I think named Dakin or Deacon or something like that. That's like Wolverine's son. So it's like, hey, just forget about Wolverine. You know, he's Hugh Jackman, right? Maybe Daniel Radcliffe can play his like son in the MCU or something.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I think he could do it. But yeah, Daniel Radcliffe.
I feel like I respect him more if he doesn't do a Marvel movie, but whatever.
Yeah,
probably. Unless Marvel redeems itself.
That's true, but I mean, there's some pretty great actors. Marvel can get anybody, it seems.
Yeah.
Besides, like, I think Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the only people who hasn't done a Marvel or a superhero movie.
That would be. Yeah, that'd be a fucking shame.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if he did probably any superhero movie.
I mean, if like.
I don't know.
Fucking.
I don't know if I could.
Who? Maybe Christopher Nolan's like, I want to do a new superhero movie. It's the best superhero movie ever. Then maybe that would be the one.
If you cast him as some fucking villain, like, I could. I don't know.
A villain would be good.
I don't want to see him do it, really. Like, he's just, like, achieved, like, such a level. Yeah. That I don't really want to see him. Like,
man, there are not many actors who haven't done a superhero movie
or something.
Can you even think of another actor who hasn't been in a superhero movie?
Dude, it's hard.
I mean, they're like Kate Blanchett.
No, she was in Thor Ragnarok.
Fucking hey, dude.
Yeah, no, they got everybody.
Yeah,
it's easy money.
Yeah, I bet even like a one movie appearance gets you pretty decent royalties.
Boom.
Johnny Depp. Pretty sure.
I mean, he's his own flavor of superhero movies. Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be specifically talking like Marvel and DC superhero movies, but he has to have been in
Kevin Bacon.
He was in X-Men First Class.
He was?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He was the villain.
Damn, dude. Yeah, this is hard. I have gotten two though. I have snaked through a couple for you.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Johnny Depp has ever been in a superhero movie. Yeah. Obviously, I mean, he's been in adjacent, like Pirates of the Caribbean, but no like actual Marvel or DC superhero movie.
So, talk about. I'd like to see him play a super villain there. Like, that'd be fun. Like, I could get behind that. Johnny Depp plays some fucking comic villain. I'm sure there's one out there that fits.
I mean, if Leo was to do a comedy or a superhero movie, he would have to be a villain because he's too old. He wouldn't get in shape for a hero.
Yeah. Fuck this shit.
I got an Oscar.
Was Matt Damon?
Matt Damon has a cameo in I think 3 of the Thor movies, but I don't know if he's been a lead in a Marvel.
I just know, like, I've seen enough like Matt Damon like interviews and stuff to know that he doesn't really respect that type of genre.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had some cameos, then I don't know.
Yeah.
He's got a cameo.
That's a way to do it without doing it. I'll show up on set one day and you give me money.
Yeah. He's got a cameo in Thor 3, Thor 4, and Deadpool 2.
God damn, there are that many Thors? Jesus.
Yeah. Thor Love and Thunder was the 4th Thor movie.
Yeah, that one looked real silly.
Yeah. It was a flop. Taika should have stepped away from the Marvel movies. He was obviously not interested after doing the Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I think they offered him a real fat check, and he
Yeah.
did something he didn't really want to do.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That does it for the features.
Yeah. You ready to hear what's in theaters this week?
Do it.
Sure would.
The returning champions, we have a Minecraft movie, The King of Kings, Sinners, The
Yay.
Accountant 2, and this isn't a new release, but we didn't talk about it last episode. It wasn't out yet. Until Dawn. I literally haven't heard anybody talk about it. So
Yeah, it's loosely based on the video game.
yeah,
Right.
loosely.
I looked it up. It didn't pull me in.
Yeah.
When I heard the concept for the movie, I was like, oh, that sounds like an interesting video game.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
I don't want to watch the movie.
So I was talking with Alicia about it the other day, and she like looked it up, and she's like, "Oh, it got good reviews." Oh, never mind, that's for the video game.
The movie got piss poor reviews.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really heard anybody talk about it one way or the other.
Yeah,
so
it's probably. I'm sure.
pretty forgettable.
I'd probably put money that it's basically forgettable.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage has a new movie called The Surfer, which apparently is much more interesting than just about a surfer. So I don't know what it's about, but the Karma people were telling me they'd heard it's really weird.
One of my
actually.
favorite movies is fucking Pig with
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage.
that's he's another guy. It's like if he's in a
Does weird
movie,
shit.
you can tell right away. It's either he needed a paycheck or it's actually a really interesting movie.
Yeah. No, I pretty much.
It's one or the other. He does
later-
one for him and one for them.
Yeah, later in life, I've actually come to really, really enjoy Nicolas Cage, and I never thought I would. But yeah, if you put him in a movie, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna watch it.
He does one for him and one for his bank account.
Yeah.
I also wanted to bring up, I haven't seen it, but I got sucked in by a couple of ads. There's a new Netflix series from Argentina called The Eternaut.
Oh yeah, I want to watch it.
And I guess it's based on
The Eternaut?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I
Is it
don't fucking know.
Okay,
I'm
it's
not
just something
Argentinian,
in
translation
but I
to
guess it's
astronaut.
based on a series of Argentinian books, and it's like a post-apocalyptic thing with like a big snow that wipes out most of civilization, and I guess aliens of some sort. It was really, really nondescript.
I've been
that, but
waiting on pulling the trigger on that myself. Yeah.
The they could sell you on the poster. You look at the poster and be like, I want to watch that.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, okay. Also still in theaters is Thunderbolts. Oh, by the way, I saw Thunderbolts in 3D because I went with John and Shane, and they
wear some dorky glasses.
They wanted to see it in 3D, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was definitely nothing that was like whoa, but there was like
A handful
it's
of
more
things
of like
flying at you.
they're not going for the big flashy stuff with 3D
Right.
anymore. It's just kind of make it more immersive.
Yeah.
So it's
Which
fun.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Not so much in your face.
Yeah.
Then the new movies this week are some of the most like bottom of the barrel looking shit I've seen in a while.
Oh.
There's a movie I've not heard of until today called Juliet and Romeo.
Oh.
That, if you can imagine, is a reimagining of the tale Romeo and Juliet.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
it's
good on
it's
that.
it says it's a musical with, what did it say? Instead of lambic pentameter in the past for the original pop music that rockets these ever-present themes right into the heart of our characters. Woof. So it's a musical with all pop songs.
Oh no. No, there's already been a pop culture adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, and it
Romeo
was
plus Juliet.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
fantastic with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Like that shit holds the fuck up.
Yeah.
That movie's awesome. Just fucking leave it alone unless you're gonna
Yeah.
do something good.
Another new movie. I think we saw the trailer for this in front of. Oh, no. I feel like we saw it together. I don't know. Fight or Flight? Was it in front of the
It's
monkey?
in front of everything. That you,
Yeah, Fight or Flight with Josh Hartnett. It looks like a cash in on like Bullet Train and stuff.
I 100% thought Bullet Train when
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Except,
you like Bullet Train? Here's Bullet Plane.
yeah, I mean literally yes.
Yeah.
I feel like Bullet Train had the charm.
It's a plane full
like
of
really
assassins.
interesting characters
Yes.
and character actors
So
and stuff.
is this based on a book? The Bullet Train was based on a piece of literature.
I'm not sure. I don't think
It
I
stars
remember
Josh
that.
Hartnett, who hasn't done anything in like so long.
Yeah.
Well, he did. He was in Oppenheimer,
Well, he was okay. He
and
was
then he
in
did
the
Trap.
Yeah,
He's having his moment right now.
it was bad. I mean, I would say like his performance in Trap was
Yeah,
fine. Like, he was the
it
only
was
redeemable.
fine.
It was the only redeemable
It was a lead
thing about
performance
that
in an
movie.
M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, his performance there was the only redeemable thing about that movie.
Yeah. No, the trailer looked like a cheap movie. It looked like
Yeah.
a cash-in on...
It,
Yeah,
it did
for
look
sure.
like a cash in on Bullet Train, but it's Bullet Plane, and he's
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
Which I
from
don't
that
even know
show.
if Bullet Train was a huge success.
I'll tell you what, it was a fucking fun ass.
It is a
movie.
super fun
It was
movie.
a fantastic.
Yeah, it was a
flick.
fun ass movie
But
to go
I
see
think it
at
was
the
based
theater.
on something real that somebody actually took time to put together. And
Yeah.
that's just like, oh, that was a success. Let's fucking make an amalgam of that.
But it did like watching the trailer. It's like everybody on this plane is an assassin, and it's like
You did
okay,
that.
that's
Yeah.
that's basically
Yep.
Bullet Train.
Yeah,
we
yawned,
did this
yes.
already.
And then the last new movie is called Clown in a Cornfield. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
I feel like
kids movie or
no, it's a horror movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I'm even less interested.
I feel like the clown thing is so
It's bad. Like you have
tired.
to do, you have to do
and
something
never really done
I
interesting.
feel like the cornfield thing also
The
overdone.
last interesting clown thing I've ever seen was a clown in
Outer space.
American Horror Story in the carnival season.
Yeah.
Which is really similar to the Terrifier clown, right? In my memory, like
no.
visually, no.
Visually, kind of. No, he's bigger than that, but he's
Yeah.
actually like. There's actually story to that clown.
Oh no, yeah, I just mean
Yeah,
visually.
yeah,
Like it's
no.
black and white.
No, visually he's very, very different. Actually,
Oh, really?
He's muted. He's muted, but that was one of the last seasons that I watched. It,
It
was
is
a
the
good
last
season
season I watched.
until they fucked up the end, which they did every single time.
Every single time.
Every single fucking time. Every single fucking time. I tried to like what they kept doing, and it
I
just
think
got so
I literally
fucking bad.
watched one less episode for each season I watched.
Yes,
So like
yeah,
the
yeah.
first season, I watched the whole thing. The second season, I watched the whole thing. And then after that, it's like I watched 8 episodes, and then I watched 7 episodes, and
No,
then I watched
it
6
got
episodes.
it got really annoying. When I watched the fucking post-apocalyptic season, that was the most annoying thing to me. 'Cause I'm like, oh yeah, post-apocalyptic, and then just turn into some fucking like end of days Jesus Satan shit, and I'm just like, okay, go fuck yourself. I want to see post-apocalyptic shit. You're not this nonsense.
Yeah.
That was like the last interesting clown.
I mean,
because of
I
the
think the
backstory.
newer It movies like did well with the subject matter.
Yeah, but it's
besides
not.
that,
But the
like, I
thing,
can't
that's
think-
that's not a clown thing.
Yeah.
When you isolate it to a clown like fuck Terrifier. I don't give a fuck.
No,
what
Terrifier's
people like.
boring as shit.
People want to like love Terrifier for some reason. Like it's the laziest
They like
fucking
gore
thing
porn.
ever. It is. It's just gore porn backed up by a clown. Like the clown thing is the most tired trope.
But you know,
in
I
the
think
world.
Clowns from Outer Space is probably the only like real interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Which
that's a
I have
classic.
heard that there's going to be a reboot of that, and I actually like
I
that.
think there was somebody interesting
Because-
tied to that.
Yeah, the fucking guy from
Daniel Radcliffe.
Barbie.
Anthony Mackie.
No, the opposite lead role. What's his name in Barbie?
Oh, Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling. I think is a producer.
Oh, okay.
Is what I saw.
Oh,
Interesting.
all right.
Which is
He's got money.
yeah. I mean, you could maybe put cool people.
I could see
together
him
for it.
putting his money behind interesting projects.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd
Yeah.
down for that. 'Cause to me, like my hope for like the Toxic Avenger reboot is that we get a fucking rush of reboots of movies that need
Yeah,
reboots,
yeah.
that
Could
can
actually
use
benefit
it.
from them. Yeah.
And that's one. So, but yeah, no, clowns are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
hate
I
clown
don't
tropes.
know anything about this movie. I haven't seen a trailer. The only thing I saw that might
Sounds
be
as interesting.
a
So
little
clown in the field.
clown in
Sound-
a cornfield.
Clown in a cornfield sounds as interesting as Lady in the Yard.
Yeah.
You know, like-
This is the next wave of horror movies. Serial killer in a yard.
Yeah, things
Or no,
in
serial
things-
killer
Dude,
in
that
the
lady,
basement.
that lady of the yard is like the worst trailer I've ever seen.
Dude.
It's like
it's so bad.
it's like after a while, like the trailer sticks around long enough, you realize that like she's just out there, like
Yeah.
yeah.
just being kind of crazy. Like
And the
She's
kids don't
not
even
like-
seem that scared. They're just like, there's
Yeah.
a lady in the yard.
Yeah. Where did she get the chair?
Yeah, that
saying
movie
weird
came and
cryptic
went
shit.
really
I mean,
fast.
Yeah.
The only possibly intriguing thing about this movie is that it's from the director of Tucker and Dale. If you've ever seen that comedy.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So if it's a flat out horror comedy, then it could be that could be pure gold.
Yeah, I don't know.
That could be pure gold. Okay, now I'm gonna watch it.
Do your own research. You know.
If it's from them and it's a
trust the
horror
process.
comedy, that completely changes the conversation.
Which would also make the title a little less annoying if it's a comedy and it's called Clown in a Cornfield.
Then it's purposefully ironic. Yeah, that if it's a horror comedy, that changes the equation completely. So okay.
Let's see. Letterboxd lists it as a horror mystery thriller. But it's got a 3.2, which is actually pretty decent for
I don't know.
Letterboxd and horror movies.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to streaming down the road, I'll watch
probably.
it then for sure.
Though honestly, I am in the mood to watch a movie in theaters, and I didn't get to see Warfare, so now there's not as many good options for me.
Yeah, I wanted to see.
I think Final Destination 6 comes out very soon, though.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
I'm fucking stoked.
All right.
I didn't mean to laugh at you like
This is
that.
going to be the fucking best movie of the year, fuckers.
Hey, it's better than Scream. I can appreciate Final Destination as a franchise. I can. It's better than a lot of other franchises out there.
Yeah.
All right.
It's true.
It
to form.
delivers on its promises, I
Yeah,
would
exactly. It's true to form. It is what it is.
All right, John Brown, bring us home. What are we doing next time?
So it was
I wanted to say real quick.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
We mentioned before the episode started, the next episode will be our 50th episode.
Oh, yeah.
It will.
Watch
And
out, folks.
our
We're
next
committed.
movie, are you doing a double feature?
No, this is going to be a long one.
So this movie is going to be our 80th movie.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
nice.
It's good numbers.
Yeah.
It's something I had thought about and was inspired by a movie I recently watched, and then was further inspired by a conversation we had about the movie I had previously watched. I'm going to pick The Postman,
Okay.
because I haven't seen it in ages, and after our vigorous conversation about Waterworld and Kevin Costner movies the other
Where were we that we were talking about? Is that no, it wasn't at Magic because you weren't there.
No, it was here.
Yeah,
Was here?
It was during
Yeah.
the
Oh,
last
during the
it was
podcast.
during the last episode.
yeah.
I can go back and re-listen to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can, and you'll find out that we talked about the Postman, and now it's being picked.
Yeah.
And
No,
it
it's
is 3 minutes short of 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's a bear.
It's not that bad.
Bear. It's a good.
Sometimes you
Good
just need
double
good
feature.
a
healthy
little
dose.
encouragement from friends to watch one of those
Yeah.
3-hour movies, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see if it's
No, and it's I
streaming
figure
anywhere.
too. We just
Coming
did
from the
some
guy
pretty
who,
lighthearted shit as well. I
Who
had
picked
I had a
Once
fun,
Upon a Time in America?
Yeah, you're
Sure.
welcome.
I had a fun
Hey,
double
thank you.
feature in mind, but since we just did something fun, I thought
Yeah.
I'd go ahead and.
Oh,
shit
good idea.
around, so.
I'm up for a 3-hour sci-fi
I
episode.
know you're going a couple different ways, but this is cool
Yeah.
because I had a couple different things, so this allows me to do something fun.
No, I'm
so.
excited to watch this because this movie got shit on by most everybody, and I
Yeah.
remember it being good, and so I want some confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not currently streaming anywhere, but it's available to purchase, so
Yeah, I'll probably just buy it
Yeah.
because I know I'm gonna want it. So,
snag it.
All right.
all right, there
That's
we
fun.
go. Watch
Awesome.
The Postman.
The Postman.
All right. We'll see you next time. What's that? I think our first Kevin Costner film?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
Cool.
Peace out, bitches.